Good morning, dear students. Myself Miss Deepthi from Dips Bagh. In today's lecture, we are going to do History Chapter 8, Education and British Rule, British Policies after 1858. So, education in India. As we know that in India, education was given in traditional way in the Gurukuls and the Madrasas. So, Gurukuls are the place where gurus sit and stay, and students come to their Gurukuls and stay there and have education there. And madrasas are also place for madrasas for the Muslims were there, and Muslims get read their Qurans and get their education. And in these Gurukuls and madrasas, the language, the medium of education was Sanskrit or Arabic. So the students were able to understand these languages only, and it was not, these places were not for open for everyone. The East India Company did not make any effort to upgrade the course of nor to promote the education. During the British period, there was a network of elementary schools and the students were taught religious passages. अब यहाँ पे elite group of people avail the higher education, especially in Brahmins, among Hindus and upper class of Muslims. Elite यानी कि higher class के लोग हुए, कोई जैसे अमीर लोग हुए, उनके लोगों हिंदूज में ब्राह्मण लोगों को रखते थे, और मुसलमान में अपर कास्ट के जो लोग होते तो उनको ही एजुकेशन लेने का वो लोग ही एजुकेशन को ले पाते थे. और क्रिश्चियन मिशनरी जब ब्रिटिश इंडिया में आए तो क्रिश्चियन मिशनरीज को लेके आए. क्रिश्चियन मिशनरीज ने एजुकेशन को बढ़ाने का किया. उनका मेन एम था सोशल रिफॉर्म्स लाना, और इनका सोशल रिफॉर्म लेके आना और लोगों को क्रिश्चियन में कन्वर्ट करना. अब इंडिया में एजुकेशन, so here they have written they were the Christian missionaries and the social reformers and European mercantile classes who work hard for the education in India. The above group viewed modern education in a different way. So whereas the social reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Rai believed that education was essential to remove the social evils in the society. Missionaries का काम था, they want to change the people to know about other religion, and they can convert the people into Christians. Number 2 was social reformers. Social reformers want that if the peoples are educated, they will not follow the social evils which are spread in the society. And number 3 is the British mercantile and the classes. These were the group of the people who felt educated Indian one need to promote trade and market. ट्रेड एंड मार्केट का काम करना उनके लिए आसान हो जाएगा. सो वेस्टर्न एजुकेशन इन इंडिया. द ब्रिटिश ऑल्सो नीड एजुकेटेड इंडियन इन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. व्हाई दे वांट because if they bring an Englishman from England to do its administrative work, it was very expensive because they have to give him a huge amount in return. Whereas if Indian administration is the administrator is there or clerk is there, he will do the same work in a less amount. So this was the reason that British wants to introduce education in India through English medium. So since probably they thought that would reduce the administrative cost, and it will help the court to deal with the case, and it would glorify the British also. This was the reason. Since the British faced pressure from Indians to spread education, they opened schools and used English as the medium of instruction. The first government aid educational institutes were set up in Kolkata. Madarsa, which was set up by Warren Hastings in 1781. In 1791, the Sanskrit College was set up in Banaras. In 1801, the Fort William College was established. So now, these three main colleges were set up by the British government to help the people to get education. Next, most important is the how the British intake the need of education. The Charter Act of 1813 was the provision of encourage Indian to study the modern science in India. The act made East India Company to set aside a sum of rupees 1 lakh for the purpose of education. However, they were not able to utilize this money. Why? Because of there was two different views on the content and medium of the instruction. One was Anglistic, another was Orientalistic. Anglistic want that the medium of education, medium of instruction in the schools should be in English, and whereas Orientalistic want that education should be in vernacular languages. Vernacular means our local languages. Finally, Anglistic's views were accepted, and Lord Macaulay wrote Macaulay-Mune, which became the basis of 1835 Act passed during the period of William Beckwith. After this act, British education was formally introduced in India. In 1844, a law was passed which restricted the government job only to those who had the knowledge of English. This was the so. In 1844, they have made this. They made the restriction for everyone that if somebody wants that government job, he should have the knowledge of English. Then he is eligible to do the English government job in India. So these are the few reasons why the British want to want English should be a medium of instruction in schools. So rest we will do in next lecture. Thank you very much.